know how every week it feels like the AI world just drops a new bombshell? Well, this week, the entire tech industry basically set itself on fire. Microsoft finally said, we don't need OpenAI anymore. Google started generating images inside search results. China open-sourced a trillion parameter giant, and then Google came back again, removing text entirely from voice search. Buckle up, because this week's AI updates are not updates, they're warning shots. First up, Microsoft's MAI Image One, their first ever in-house image generator. No OpenAI partnership, no borrowed code, just pure Microsoft muscle. And it's already ranked among the top 10 image models in the world. The model was built to make authentic visuals, not the same recycled art style we've all seen 1,000 times before. Microsoft worked with creative industry experts, focused on realistic lighting, reflections, landscapes, and natural textures. Basically, it's designed to create images that feel real, not algorithmic. It's also fast, built for rapid iteration, so designers can generate multiple high-quality images in seconds and send them straight into editing tools. Create fast, refine fast, no waiting around for slow renders. The model is currently being tested publicly on LM Arena. This phase helps Microsoft fine-tune its safety guardrails, something they've been under pressure to improve since Copilot and Bing Image Creator. Once cleared, MAI Image One will roll out directly into Copilot, Bing Image Creator, and even Windows and Microsoft 365, making it part of everyday creative workflows. Microsoft hasn't shared details like architecture or parameter count yet, but based on performance, it's clearly tuned for interactive use. Low latency, high consistency, not heavy offline rendering. This is a signal Microsoft doesn't just want to depend on partners anymore. They want to compete directly in image generation, and they're doing it under their own name. If the rollout goes smoothly, MAI Image One could become the default creative tool for hundreds of millions of Windows users worldwide. Meanwhile, Google just expanded its Nano Banana model directly into search. Now, inside Google Lens, there's a new Create button, the little yellow banana. And with it, you can generate and edit images without leaving search. It's not a flashy launch, just a silent upgrade. That makes search smarter and more interactive. Nano Banana's results are impressive. Solid realism, stable lighting, recognizable people. And every image comes with visible and invisible Synth-D watermarks. So AI-generated content is automatically tagged. Google isn't reinventing the wheel here. They're fusing AI into the tools people already use every day. Out of nowhere, Ant Group just dropped a trillion parameter open source model called Ling 1T. It's designed for reasoning, mathematics, and code generation. And it's open source, which is rare at that scale. Ant Group says it's not just about size, it's about intelligence that holds up in real-world testing. On benchmarks like Live Code Bench and the American Invitational Mathematics Examination Ling 1T scored around 70.4% accuracy, putting it next to Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro and ahead of DeepSeek and OpenAI's GPT-5 main. Each problem used over 4,000 output tokens, showing how deep its reasoning runs under the hood. This release also marks a shift. China isn't just building big models for itself anymore, it's competing on the global stage. And this time, with transparency, while Western labs are locking their biggest systems behind APIs. Ant Group is betting on openness and community contribution. If Ling 1T holds its ground, it could push the entire AI race toward a more collaborative ecosystem, where trillion parameter models aren't hidden, but shared with the world. And then, Google again, quietly changing voice search forever. They've launched something called Speech to Retrieval, your S2R, a system that completely removes transcription from the process. Before, every voice assistant turned your speech into text, then searched the web for an answer. Now, that middle step is gone. S2R converts your voice directly into a meaning embedding, a mathematical representation of intent, then matches it straight to Google's index. It doesn't care how you phrase the question, it cares what you meant. Google calls this shift from transcript fidelity to retrieval intent. The result, fewer misunderstandings, better answers, and real-time speed. S2R uses a dual encoder system. One model turns your voice into meaning. The other matches that meaning with web data, streaming everything live, and routing it through Google's ranking engine. In tests across 17 languages, it outperformed traditional speech-to-text systems and came close to human-level accuracy. To support this, Google released a public dataset called Simple Voice Questions, hosted on Hugging Face, covering 26 locales and 17 languages, including audio with background noise, traffic, and chatter, so developers can test their own models in real-world conditions. It's part of a new benchmark called the Massive Sound Embedding Benchmark, or MSE, meant to standardize how we measure sound-based AI systems. So the next time you ask Google something out loud and it nails the answer instantly, it's not luck, it's S2R doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. No text, no middleman, just pure intent to answer. That's it for this week's AI breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.